What's up, guys? Welcome back to the AM, everybody. Welcome back to 5-Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and welcome back to the show, predicated on the journey of life and business. Real quick, guys, if you know somebody that would benefit from listening to this, would you mind sharing it with them? If it would help them change their lives or put more food on the table or pay bills, whatever it is, if you know somebody that would just simply benefit from this, would you do me a favor and partner with me to share this with them? And if you don't know anybody, would you mind rating the show or leaving a review? It would be awesome, and I greatly appreciate the partnership with getting the word out. Well, last episode, everybody, I talked about how to get unstuck. And I talked about how oftentimes when we hit an obstacle in business or in life, we can't seem to overcome that obstacle because we're actually technically not capable of overcoming it yet. We actually need to induce growth in our lives. And the way we do that is through shipping whatever needs to happen. And then that induces failure. And then the failure induces growth if we are willing to be wrong and have a growth mindset. I want to add to that today. And I want to talk about where a lot of people get hung up on. So oftentimes we are simply just trying not to be wrong. We don't want to be wrong. We don't want to mess up. We want to ship the most perfect product. We want to ship the most perfect service or offering. The process just has to be tweaked just good enough. The codes better be written better than anybody else has ever written the code, whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with honing your craft. I'm going to say that before I get too far into this. There's nothing wrong with honing your craft. There's nothing wrong with improving. That's not what we're talking about. What I'm specifically talking about is the mentality of I'm not good enough. I don't believe I'm good enough, so I'm going to prove that I'm good enough versus simply believing, cool, you're good enough. Ship what you have and then improve and actually become better than who you are today. Something that I've talked to a lot of people about is I'm actually the best version of myself today than I was yesterday. And I mean, this goes along with assuming that we're making wise decisions in living an honorable life in a wise life. But it's really true. It's the same thing. Like one of the things that I say a lot is this is the best day of my life. It really is. And today trumps yesterday and tomorrow will trump today. And I am saying all of that because oftentimes we get caught up in, well, how do I do this better? How do I get the perfect job? Why does it work this way, not that way? And we get stuck in the how and the why versus just shipping and taking steps forward towards our general goal. So oftentimes our general goal is like a mountaintop way off in the distance. And we are trying to figure out what the steps look like on the summit. Instead, what we need to be doing is simply shipping now, or in other words, just walking towards the mountain. We fail to ship a lot of times because we simply want to figure out every step along the way. And the simple truth is you're not going to see every step along the way. You're not going to know every detail, every minor circumstance that pops up, every conversation you're going to need to have, every meeting you're going to need to have, all of the required details and data. None of it is even going to come into view until you actually walk up to it. And what I'm trying to get at is this: just start moving. If you make decisions to go towards the vision and the purpose, if you make decisions to just go ahead and ship what you have, you will start overcoming your obstacles, because then you'll actually be able to see where you're lacking. You'll be able to see that, cool, maybe I don't have my packed correctly, but you know what? Once I get to that break point, I can undo what I need to do. And then I can readjust my weight later. And I'm using hiking analogies. I've done a lot of hiking in my life. I don't know if you have or not, but it's simply this: once you begin shipping, you can correct things that need to be corrected along the way. But being stuck in the whole I'm not good enough, or how do I do it? And that normally comes from I'm not good enough. That normally, it actually is very harmful to whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to build in the business. It's so harmful. The same thing with the team. The best thing to do is, hey guys, I know this is our vision. Honestly, I have no idea how we're going to get there. And so we're going to have to put our brains together, but I know we're a bunch of smart people. And so we can figure out how to get there. But right now, let's just start moving in that direction. How does that sound? And you talking about having a fabulous team meeting, and they don't know what you're doing. And just if you're in leadership, if you don't have to know all the right answer, your job is helping unite people to find the right answer. And if you think that you got to know the right answer to be a leader, you might need to reconsider your style of leadership, because it's probably more along the lines of tyranny, honestly, because you always have to be right and you have to know every answer. And that's not what team leaders are about. and I can talk about that later because I'm out of time, guys. So peace.